You are highly welcome to Formulas, Functions, and Data Cleaning Made Easy. So you are highly welcome. So if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be aware whenever we post. And this is me. My name is Joshua-Owie. I'll be the instructor for today's class. So let's dive straight right into what we are going to learn today. Thank you. So what are we going to learn today? We are going to learn data cleaning. We're going to learn sorting and filtering, then common data issues, basic data cleaning techniques, and introduction to formulas and introduction to functions. These are the things we are going to learn today. I just want to know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know so I know if I should continue. Okay, I'll just continue. So be working with data. And what is data cleaning? Data cleaning is the process of correcting or removing inaccurate, incomplete, or irrelevant data to ensure your analysis is relevant and accurate. It is the process of correcting or removing inaccurate, incorrect, or irrelevant data to ensure your analysis is reliable and accurate. So poor data quality can lead to misleading insights and bad decisions. So for instance, if what you claim that you have is not what you actually have, it can make people make bad decisions. And no company, no organization wants to make bad decisions. So whatever the figure you give as a data analyst, or as an accountant, or as someone who is looking forward to work with figures, maybe in any firm, in any company, or even your personal accounting or budgeting, it's important that you know how to correct the data, how to remove inaccurate data, how to complete and incomplete data, and how to remove irrelevant data. There are some data that are not relevant, how to remove them. So this will make your analysis more reliable. It will also make it more accurate. So it will make it more reliable and accurate. It will make it more reliable and it will also make it more accurate. So next thing I would talk on is data cleaning. Data cleaning. Data cleaning, that's what I'll talk about next. Okay, but for the data cleaning, what is the example? A company notices that product sales are low, and after cleaning the data, they discover that there are duplicate entries and missing values were distorting the numbers. So these are some of the issues that will come up if you don't clean your data well. Duplicate entries, missing issues might come up, and you don't want that. You don't really want that to happen. you don't want that to happen. So you don't want that to happen. So to avoid that, it's important that you make sure that your data is clean, your data is okay, your data is okay, it's going well, like you did it well, it's perfect. You know, that is how to prove that what you are doing is reliable and it can be trusted. So the next one we're going to look at is data organization. Data organization. How do we organize data? So how do we organize data? Like we had earlier said, that in a spreadsheet is made up of row and column, and the column are the ones at the top that you see A, B, C, D, E, F, G onward. Then the rows are the ones you see by the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 onward. So those are the up ones are called column. The one by the side is called row. So they are placed in a vertical and horizontal format. We use rows and columns to structure data. We also use headers to keep it clear and consistent. What are headers? Headers are the title of the row, the title of the column. We use it to keep it clear and consistent. So if, for instance, a date, you can use it to keep a date clear and consistent. You can use it to keep dates clear and consistent. The date will be clear and it will be consistent. So apart from the dates that you are keeping clear, you can say, oh, sales, the amount for the sales, you get it. So the sales will be in the column. So because the sales is in the column, it's clear that every figure, everything that appears in that place is sales. Another one could be price. So anybody that opens that data, that information, the person will know that, oh, everything in this column is price, are the prices of the items that are displayed. Yes, so it's important that you use headers to keep your data clean and clear. Use it to keep your data clean and clear. So another thing I would like to tell us is, when you are organizing your data, it's important you avoid merge cells for better sorting. Don't merge cells in the middle. Don't just merge cells. Be sure that you are merging cells for the right cause. Of course, merging cells are important, but avoid merging cells for better sorting and filtering. When you are still working on the data, please don't merge the cells, because the only way you can sort and filter is when the cells are not merged. Sorting and filtering does not allow merged cells. So don't merge your cells when you are still sorting and filtering. So what is sorting data? What does it mean to sort data? It's just like sorting data is like looking for. Let me put it that way. You are looking for. You get it? You are looking for. You are looking for. You are arranging them. Are you getting? Let me just put it out. You are arranging the data. So when you hear it's sorting data, oh, how can we sort data? We want to sort data. It's not a big deal. It's not a big word per se. It just means arranging data. So it will now be, how am I going to arrange the data? I can arrange the data. Alphabetically. I can arrange the data numerically. Another way that I can also arrange the data is by date. So to make sure that, oh, the date that came earlier comes first, the date that came next, just like that. Arranging the dates in a certain specific order is called sorting. Does that make sense? Are we clear with that? So that is called sorting data. Arranging data in a certain manner is called sorting data. Then another one we'll be looking at is featuring data. Featuring data means you are showing specific information. You want to select specific information. It's just like when you filter, you want to filter anything. Let me use a better example. You want to filter, let's say, rice or anything that involves filtering. You want to filter it. It means you want to remove some selected things and you want only the ones that you want to be there. Get it? That's what it also means. Featuring means you are showing specific information. It's not all the information you are showing. You want to see specific information. You want to select specific information. Then that is featuring. So example of sorting in our lesson today is you want to sort data from highest to lowest. You want to sort data numerically. You want to sort data by date. You want to sort alphabetically. But for filtering, you want to filter only sales that are greater than 1,000, or you want to filter only sales that are less than 1,000, or you want to see sales that are within 2,000 to 5,000. You can also filter it. That's what we call filter. So it means once you click the filter command, automatically only the sales that are greater than 1,000 or according to your specific demand for the information, that is what will appear. So if you want only sales that are less than 1,000 to appear, sales that are less than 1,000 will appear. If you want sales that are greater than 1,000 naira to appear, sales that are greater than 1,000 naira will appear. So that's what filtering is used for. And that's why sorting and filtering data, they are very crucial when it comes to data organization. Another one we'll look at is missing values, common data issues. So when you are giving data, there are common data issues. So we are going to be handling these ones, not all, but I'm going to make sure that I handle as much as possible, especially the ones that we need. The first one is missing values. When values are missing, how do you handle it? What does it mean in the first place? Missing values are when the cell or the data is missing, is empty. Let's say the cell that is associated with the data is missing. For instance, imagine writing a column for state and capital, and then you write in the state you write Lagos, but in the capital you did not write anything. It's easy to say, other states have capital, their capitals are written, but the capital for Lagos is not written. It's easy to know that that thing is a missing information and you need to get it. And so what do? It's just to look for information relating to state and capital and get that for Lagos, and know that what is supposed to be there is the Ikeja and it is not supposed to be empty. That is what it means to handle missing values, missing data. So example are missing customer email. A customer purchased an item and there is a column for email and the customer did not include the email. You can simply go to the file, maybe the customer's transaction file, to get the email. So that's how you handle missing values or missing data. So the first thing, you can fill with a default value or remove the role. So in situations where it's there's actually not supposed to be anything there, you fill with a default value or remove the role entirely. That is if you have investigated into that role and realize that there is actually supposed not to be anything there, you will remove it. Or if there is supposed to be something there, you will now inquire to know what is supposed to be there and put it there. Another one is duplicate. When it is repeated, let's say same customer entered twice, you mistakenly, a customer bought something, or you are registering names of customers, a customer bought something. Is one thing the customer bought, he bought one thing, let's say he bought golden more, and the customer, it's a system something, so you are working on the system, you entered it once, this customer bought golden more, he bought 1 unit of golden more at this amount, this is the person's details, this is the date, and you now mistakenly entered it again. If you have a large sales data, you will realize that, oh, the date is the same, the name is the same, the time is the same, the amount is the same, and everything in the rows relating to the information of that for that sales within that day is the same for that customer. What do you do? You have to remove duplicate. It means you remove one. If you mistakenly entered it 3 times, you remove the other 2 and you keep one. It means the other 2 were not supposed to be there in the first place, so you remove it to clean your data so that you can get accurate and reliable information. Because if you don't remove that data, it will not be clean. Another one is inconsistent formatting. The different formats for the same data. Let's say Benicity is Benicity versus BC. Maybe when the salesperson was recording the data, the person on duty in the morning wrote BC, the person on duty in the afternoon wrote Benicity, and you know that the cities that you have are either Benicity or is Benicity that you have, and so it's Benicity that you know you want all your data to be. So having BC is not supposed to be there. So what do? You remove BC. So anywhere you see BC, you change it to Benicity. That's inconsistent formatting. The formatting is not consistent. You just make it consistent. That's what you need to do. There's another one called outliers. Data points. The description is data points that don't fit the pattern. Let's say maybe your usual sales in a month. Your usual sales in a month is 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, or let's say a goods that is supposed to the price of a good is 10 naira, and somebody bought 10 pieces. Then the person who was entering the data now wrote 1 million as the sales amount. It's obvious that it cannot be 1 million. So if somebody bought 10 pieces of 10 naira goods, it's supposed to be 100 naira. It is supposed to be 100 naira. So what do? You just filter it and then make sure that it is 100 naira that is supposed to be there. You make sure that it is 100 naira that is supposed to be there, and that is exactly how to handle outliers. Okay, another one is data type errors. Can you see my screen? Data type errors. Data type errors are for wrong type of data in a column. Let's say, for instance, we all know that FCT is Abuja, and then somebody now wrote FCT Kanu. It's not correct. That's not correct. If it is bought in FCT, it means it should be Abuja. So wrong type of data in a column are data type errors. You get it? Wrong, they are data type errors. Another data type error is when, for instance, the date. This is very common. Data type errors are very common. The date, you know, there are sometimes you copy date and then the date will be in number form. You have to remove it from number form to date form. And another thing is texts that are written like I explained yesterday, phone numbers. We all know that numbers are written starts from 1, and then you now see numbers, you now see somebody wanting to start number from 0. It's a wrong thing. So when you see, for that number to be 0, it has to be in a text form. So numbers that are written in text form, you have to convert them to number form. So let's say 1015 naira is written in text form. The system or Excel will not see it as a number. So when it's adding all the numbers, you will see it as it will see it as text, not number. So you have to convert that to number. You have to make sure that the dates are written in a date type, the numbers are written in number types, and the texts are written in text type. So those text type errors, make sure you correct them before you continue. Then spelling errors, typos or mislabeling, you can correct that. So you correct that manually or with a function, whichever one you feel you can work with. So that will be that. I really don't want us to spend so much time on all this because I want us to work on data live, and I also would give it to you. I'll work on it just like I did yesterday. The page 1, the sheet 1, I'll work on it. Then the sheet 2, I'll copy the raw data there while you work on it. So what are the basic data cleaning techniques? What are the basic data cleaning techniques? So the first one, we had talked about the common data issues. So in those data issues, how do you handle them? So that's what we are talking about now, the basic data cleaning techniques in Excel. The first one, remove duplicates. So when you open Excel, you select your data, you go to data and remove duplicates. That's what you do. You go to data and you remove duplicates. So okay, so this is where we are. So let me say you want to check for duplicates. I will zoom in. So you just select your data, go to data, and then home, conditional formatting. You can highlight duplicate values here. Are you seeing it? The ones on peak shows that they are duplicate values. Are you getting it? So in situations where it is the numbers you want to handle, you want to check for duplicate values in the number, you can just simply go to conditional formatting and you see them there. So that is it. So another way to handle duplicate format is you go to data and you go to remove duplicates. You go to data and then you remove duplicates. So the other one we're going to talk about is handling missing values. So rows that have missing values, first of all, you find there are two ways that you can find missing values. The first one is you select the data. You go to home, find and select, go to special and the blanks, then delete the rows with the missing values. I'll show you an example, so just follow me. So let's say this is my data. So I'll go to home, find, go to special. Are you seeing my screen? Then blank. So my data, there are so many. So you just told me now, no cells found. So no empty cells found. Like, I'll repeat again. You select the data. I'm using a shortcut to select all the data because the data is large. So Control Shift space bar. I'm selecting all the data. To select all the data, Control Shift space bar to select all the data. Then I go to home. I go to find and replace. Then come here. Go to special. And then I'll see when it clicks go to special, I'll see blank. You see nodes, constant, formula, blanks, current region, current array, object, row differences, column differences, precedent, dependence. I explained precedent and dependence 2 days ago. Then last cell, visible cell only, conditional format, data validation. But in this case, I'll just select blank. That is, if you are looking for blank cells that are blank, once you click OK, it will go through all the cells one after the other to see if there is any one blank. If there is no one blank, it will show you that there is no one blank. That's exactly what it has showed me now. No cells were found. Get it? So that is it. Another way to handle cells that are empty, missing values, is to go to sort and find and replace. Once you find and replace, you come here, you see option for find and you see option for replace. Once you see replace, find what are you finding? Is an empty cell I'm finding, so I will leave it empty. What do I want to replace it with? Let's say I want to replace it with n/a, so that anywhere I see n, I know it's a missing data and I need to fill it up. So I'll find and replace with a. But because my data does not have missing values, so it will show that we couldn't find anything to replace. Click options for more ways to search. Are you seeing it? So in my data there is no missing value, but if there was missing value, it will just show me the numbers of cells that it has replaced this NA with. You get it? It will show me the numbers of cells that it has replaced this NA with. Okay, let me just put this one, this Benicity, to be empty, and this Oshodi, and make it empty, and this okay, let me just scroll on the chart, I'll make it empty. So you see what I'm saying. So it will show me, so I'm looking for empty cells. It will show me empty cells. To find empty cells, I will just click find next. It will show me where 1 Edo is empty. Find next, another one is empty. Are you seeing the places that I've made empty? All the empties will show. Then if I want to if there are so many, I want to replace them, what I will just do, find what, I will leave it empty, I won't put anything there. Then what do I want to replace those empty cells with? NA, like not applicable. So I'll click on my data again. Find what, empty cells, and replace with. Are you seeing it? We made 2 replacements. Let's go up to see the 2 replacements that it made. We don't want to go up, we can just say find n/a. Find next. Are you seeing it? The first one we replace, that's for that Edo, the state Edo, we replaced it. You get it? So the next one, if I click next, to show me the next one we replaced. If I click next again, to show me the next one we replaced. If I click next, it will go back, because it's only 3 that I removed, so it's only 3 that is showing that it's replaced. Are you getting it? So that's how filling empty cells work. So I had earlier said an alternative is you go to, okay, let me remove the NA and do it again so that we'll see the first option for empty cells. So I'll go to find and select, go to special, then select blank cells and then click OK. It is going through everything in this worksheet. Are you seeing it? So it's showing me the data that is showing me. Are you seeing it? Showing me the data that are empty. It's highlighting it to show me that, oh, these data are empty. But the best practice is to find and replace. I always prefer to find and replace, because if the data are so many, I cannot be doing paste, go to special, blank, show me blank, and the data there are so many. There will not be time for that, because I have a long way to go. So it's just better to find and replace. If there are 1,000 empty cells, I'll replace them, so I can now start going after them one after the other. So that is how it works. So the next thing we are going to be looking at is standardized formatting. Standardized formatting. Somebody asked me this question yesterday, and I don't know if the person is in this live broadcast class, but I just hope that the person is here so the person can know what the answer is. So for standardized formatting, date, I said it yesterday, date has formats. Text, for the date format, anytime you see dd/mm/yyyy, it means the day, make the day 2 digits, make the month 2 digits, and make the year 3 digits. So today being the 3rd of April 2025, the format that will show if I use this DDMMYYY will be 03/04/2025. That's what we show. So when you see MMM-YY, it means the month will be 3, and that's where you see MAR, like maybe March, April, APRO, then -25, because you have said the M is 3 digits, the Y is 2 digits. So in this case, always use date format. So you can choose, I mentioned date format yesterday, you can choose date format. For the text, For the text, use proper casing. In Microsoft Word, like if you are typing on a Microsoft Word document, you usually see cap log to turn it to everything to capital letter, just like that. But in Excel, you use function to turn it into capital letter. So that's how it works. So for the text, you use proper case when you want to turn it into sentence case. Sentence casing. I'll give you an example. Let me just go to the Excel. So let's say Lagos. Let's say Lagos. This is Lagos. So I will just go proper and click here. Are you seeing it? It will turn this Lagos to sentence case. If I want this Lagos to be in capital letter, I will just go this upper. Upper means uppercase, is a formula, a function. Then I just click, it will turn everything to Lagos. So upper is used for cap lock. You want to turn everything to capital letter, you use upper as the functional formula function. That's the function that you use. Then for small letters, you want everything to be in small letter. What you just do is lower and click on the text, and then it will turn everything to small letter. Is that clear? So like I said, you use proper to turn text into sentence casings. You use upper to turn text into capital letters or capital case. You use lower to turn text into smaller letters. That's how it is done. So we'll just dive straight right ahead. And then the next one, you also use string to clean numbers. So you can reduce the numbers, you can also reduce the value. So you can use value or string to clean numbers. That's what I would like you to try your hands on these things so you know how it works. Get it? So next one is to convert the data type. I had said that earlier before. So that was exactly what we used. One of it we did yesterday. You select the data range, you go to data, and you use text to column for splitting text. And that's what we did yesterday. We did that yesterday. Okay. Okay. Apologies. I can see what you're saying. Okay. I will just reduce. Sorry. I'll do that again so you see what I am saying. So can you see it now? Okay, let me clean it again and do it again. So can you see my screen now? Okay, I've zoomed out. Apologies. So I will do the uppercase and the upper, the lower, and the proper again. So like I said you use the okay, I'll do that again. Lagos, let's say Lagos, and then we have to turn the Lagos into a sentence case. You use proper proper is a function, and then when you use proper, you click on the text, the cell that you want to turn into a sentence case, and you close the bracket, and then it becomes a capital letter. Are you seeing it? It becomes a sentence case, sorry. If you want to turn it into a capital letter, you click equals to, and then upper, and then you click Lagos, you close the bracket, or you click enter, and then it goes. It turns into a capital letter. Get it? So for this data, first thing first, I'm going to be working on this data and be using it to show example. So for the missing, the one I said, the blank space, for blank cells, what I did, for those who didn't see it, I just highlighted all the data. What I used to, the shortcut I used to highlight all the data is Control Shift Space. I highlighted all the data, and then I said there are two ways to do it. The first one is you go to find and replace, find and select. You go to special. Go to special. I said there are notes, constant, formulas, blanks, and then you click blank. Once you click on blank, it will select, it will look at all the value and select the cells that are blank in your data. It will select the cells that are blank. You can simply go and color it yellow if you want to. So all the cells that are blank, you know that as it has selected it, you can color it yellow. You just go to the fill color and color it yellow. Don't click on anything after it has found the blank spaces for you. Just go and click on fill color, and then it will fill everything to your taste. Another way you can do it is so that you know that once you fill everything to the color that you want, let me give you an instance. You fill everything, it's easy to select fill by color. Are you seeing it? Filter by color. So only the ones that has color will now come out. Then you can now say, oh, Edo State is supposed to be Benin. Are you seeing it? Edo State is supposed to be Benin. Lagos is supposed to be Oshodi. The Anambra is supposed to be Onitsha. Are you seeing it? Then after highlighting it, then you can now select all of them and go back and make it no fill, and then select all your data back. Get it? So that's how it works. And I say another way it can work is when you click on all the data and then you do find and replace. To get find and replace, you either use the shortcut Control F, or you go to home, then under the editing group you see find and replace. Once you click on find, it will bring the find and replace. Once you click on replace, it will also bring the two. So whichever one you click, it will bring the two. So the next thing, if you are replacing, so you now replace, okay, empty cells. If it's an empty cell, you make sure that the cell is empty. Then if you want to replace the empty cell with something, you now type what you want to replace it with there, and then you click replace all. Because my data does not have an empty cell, the Excel told me we couldn't find anything to replace. Click options for more ways to search. Get it? But if there are empty cells to replace, it will simply replace all of them with NA. Is that clear? Did we get that? Okay. Yes, if you have more than one cell to change to upper or lower case, if you have more than one cell to change to upper, okay, somebody said I should start with finding empty cell. Okay, if you intended to write an uppercase but you started in lowercase, how can you correct that using Excel? I said if you have lowercase, to correct that to uppercase, you use upper, you use a function called upper equals to upper, and then you correct, everything will be in upper. Okay, I will do that in Excel so that you see what I'm saying. And then let me answer this. The next question is, you need to go, okay, say you need to go back. Okay, I'll go back. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so if you have, let me just start with, if you have many empty cells, you have many empty cells to work on, many empty cells, let's say all of these cells in this my cell, let me count the number that I have more than 10,000 files 10,000 data that is here. I mean 10,000 rows that are filled in this data. So there are so many, and I want to turn everything that is here, like this state, like I said, is made of 10,000 cells. So I want to turn everything in this cell to uppercasing, like to capital letter. I'll just click equals to upper. Are you seeing it? Then click Lagos, close bracket, and then the next thing I do is I double click on, okay, Ctrl Z. Once I have done the uppercasing for the first cell, there's no need stressing myself to now start entering it equals to again uppercase Enugu, equals to again uppercase Lagos, equals to again uppercase. No, I just come to the edge of the first cell that I've done and double click. Once it turns to a we call it rabbit sign on in Excel, but for easy understanding you can call it a small black cross. Once it turns to that small black cross, I will just double click. It will just turn everything, all the 10,000 data, it will turn all of them to capital letters. The same thing if I want to turn it to sentence case, I will just go to type proper and enter, and then come to the edge of the cell. Once it has shown the small black cross, I will double click on it. Everything, the 10,000 items will automatically become sentence case. If I want to also turn it to small letter, I will just click the first cell, turn it to lower, and click enter, then come there, and once it turns rabbit cross, I will just double click and everything turns to small data. So if I want to use it, because if I click on it, if I look at the formula bar, there's a formula there, lower. I don't want it to be lower, I don't want it to be that way, because I want to use the Enugu instead of having this one here. What I will just do, I will just press Ctrl space down and Ctrl copy, then go to the next cell, next column, and do paste only value. Once I go to the next column's first cell, I click once, and then once I right click, I will see paste as picture paste 1 2 3, paste fx, then transpose, format, paste only format, paste link. The one I will go is paste 1 2 3. Once I paste 1 2 3, it will automatically paste individually, so everything will become, then I'll just come here, escape, and then press delete. So let's say I want to turn everything here. Are you seeing it? So if I click them individually, in the formula bar I'll see Abuja. See, I'll see Abuja. So that's how it works. I'll see Abuja in the formula bar. In the formula bar I'll see Lagos. So it's no longer a formula that is there anymore. The item is now displayed here. If I don't want it anymore, I'll just come to the I. If I don't want the role anymore, I'll just come to the I, then right click and then delete. I don't need it anymore. So if after I have copied and pasted in numbers, I can just say I want it in uppercase, then there's no need for all this one. Just come here and delete. That's how it works. So it is that simple. No, as a data analyst, you are not the one to type the whole thing. You are not the one to type the whole thing, the whole of this data. The data will be given to you. Let me just point that. The data will be given to you. If, for instance, you want to work on, it's just like an accountant. You are not the one selling, but you will get the data from the sales department of the sales that they made. When money come into the account, you will be able to reconcile with them that, oh, this money came into the account, who bought, who sold. You get it? So the data, you are not the one producing the data. No, the data will be given to you as a data analyst. You get it? So it could be from the sales department, it could be from the inventory department, it could be, so what you are doing, you are only working on the data. You are only, okay, what do you people want to know? What is the problem that we want to solve? Like we had said in the data process, what's the problem that want to be solved? Okay, we want to know how much we sell, how much sales is made from individual locations. Oh, Edo State, how much do they make for us in this company? Abuja, how much do they make for us in this company? You know, in the different outlets that we have, how much do we make from them? How much do we make from them? Then you now say, okay, to know how much we make from them, we need to get the data from all the states. Enugu, Oya, how much did you sell? Abuja, Kanu, how much did you sell? When you have all the sales data, if it is backed up in a system, let's say they backed it up in the cloud, they will collect the data for you from the cloud. You get it? Or they will give you access to the cloud to get the data. And once you get the data, you will put it into Excel. You get it? So if peradventure the data came as a CSV data, that is what we worked on yesterday. So if it came as a CSV data, it will not be arranged this way. It may be arranged in a text format, so you might have to convert to text to Excel format, and that's why we will need CSV to convert that. That's what we did yesterday. So if you were not in yesterday's class, kindly go to that video and watch it. So you convert to text to format type. So I'll just repeat how to do it. So because this is already a clean data, if it is not a clean data, you just go to data and you go to text to column. So the delimiter, if there is a delimiter, let's say it is joy, comma, year, comma, and maybe another thing, the amount the person bought, comma, and this one, comma. So you just go to delimiter, go to next, and then you click comma. Which one, what indicates the spacings between the prices and the other different items that should be in the column? If it is comma, you use comma. If it is space, you use comma. If it is another thing, let me say dash, you just go to dash. So you just, are you seeing it? If it is dash, you just click others and put the dash there. If it is comma, you just click comma and remove your click from this. You just go and click comma and then click next. It will show everything. So we'll be working on this data, and I will just quickly run it across so that we know what we are doing. This is already a partially clean data, but we will need to clean this. So I will just copy everything and paste to another sheet, paste in another sheet. Ctrl C. I'll come to sheet 2 and paste. This sheet 2 is what you will work on. If you look at the sheet 1, you see that escape. This one that is supposed to be for date, you see numbers 412, 413. You be like, where is this 413 coming from? Where is this? It's because it is not in the right format. So what you do is this: you just go to home, go to date. First of all, you select your data. Don't ever forget that. You select the column of the data, and then you click, you go to home, then you change the format to date. Are you seeing it? It has now turned into date. You guess it. From 412, 416, 418 to date. To 5-digit, 10-digit numbers to date. You get it? So sometimes the data type might be in error, so it's important that when you see they turn it to date. Okay, change the data type is one of the common issues that we have when it comes to data cleaning. So another one we are going to be looking at is, you can see date. So like I earlier said, I said you must make sure that there is header. Are you getting it? The headers are clear, so we know that everything in this place is date, everything in this place is sales rep, everything in this place is product, everything here units, price, total sales, and what do they call it, city, then states. So after turning everything to date, then I will now, okay, these are headers. What should I do to the headers? I'll color them. Can decide to color them. I'll color them blue. And but you notice another thing. They are decimals. You see decimals everywhere. You be like, oh no, I don't want them to be decimal places. The next thing you do is you highlight this place, you copy it down, and then you turn it into you remove the decimals. But before we remove the decimals, there are some things that we don't like here. We don't like the date, the rep are repeating themselves, because probably there was an empty column, so it refilled itself. So we are going to change that. So first of all, let me remove this. So to change that, after coloring the heading, if there is no heading in your file, just name it the way you want it to be. If it is date, the rep, the product, the unit, the price, total sales, city, state, and whichever how you want it to be, you name the heading that way. Then after naming it, you now go to sort and filter. It's in the home tab, in the editing group, and it is the sort and filter command. So when you click on the sort and filter command, you go to filter. Once you see filter, then I will want to know, oh, everything that is bearing date under, I want to see them. So I will just go click and date. It will show me okay. So say, so all these things are bearing date. There are plenty, oh, they are very, very plenty. So I know they are supposed to be heading. What do? I will just click I will just clear from date, delete all of them. That's what I want to do. I want to delete all of them. Are you seeing it? So I want to delete all of them. So sorry, I want to delete all of them. So I'll just select all of them and delete them. Delete all rows. Then I come here and put clear from filter. Are you seeing it? So everything is now well organized. Those dates are no longer, those dates that are showing are no longer there. The next thing I will now do, I will now make everything in this place that are in decimal. I will now change them. First of all, they are numbers. Second thing, I will now turn everything to units. Are you getting it? To whole numbers. Next thing, the same thing here, I'll turn everything to numbers. They are in numbers, and remove the decimal. The same thing here, turn everything, change the data type to numbers, and then turn it to whole numbers. That's what I have done in this place. Then another thing I can do is to check if there are empty cells. I can either do it this way to see the data that are here, or do it this way to see the data that are here. Are there empty cells? If there are no blank cells, you will not see them here. Are you getting it? Check the data. If there are blank cells, check, click on the filter icon beside and see if there are blank cells. There are no blank cells. Check here if there are blank cells. There are no blank cells. Check here if there are blank cells. Or alternatively, like I said, you click sort, go to the home tab, find and select, go to special, then select blank space. Are you getting it? In my data, there are no blank space. There are no blank space. Are we following? Okay. Oh, you are still not seeing full screen. Okay. Okay. I'll zoom out now. I zoomed out. Can you see my full screen now? Please indicate if you can see my full screen. Let me know if I can continue. Can you see my full screen? Can you see my full screen? Oh, okay. You can see it now, right? Okay, okay, that's fine. So I'll just continue. So like I said, that having done that, I said to select the blank cells. I'll just check everything, go to find and replace, go to special, and just click blank cells to show me if there are blank cells in this my data. Are you seeing? No cells were found. It means in this my data there are no blank cells. Get it? So I've been able to ensure that there are no blank cells in this my data, and I've changed the date type to appear as only date. So another thing I want to do, I understand that 2013 is outdated, so I'm going to use something really okay. So is it possible for price to be in minus? It's not possible. It's not possible for prices to be in minus. So I will just clear minus from this. First thing first, I will insert, and these are, I want to clear minus from this because it's not possible for prices to be in minus. Are you seeing my data? Minus 5,000, minus 1,000. It's not possible for prices to be in minus. So I will clear that off. You get it? I will clear that off. So how do I clear that off? Control find. First of all, I'll select my data, this place, control space bar, control find, control F, replace all minus with nothing, with 0. 2,690 replacements. So it's not possible for me to have my prices in minus. It's not possible. They are prices, so they should not be in minus. So to clear that off, I just simply selected the row, the column that I want to remove the minus, and clicked and click Ctrl F to get my find and replace options. Then in my replace, what am I finding? Find what? Find minus. Replace with what? Replace with empty. So the Excel found 2,690 replacements for me, and it has replaced all of them for me. So if I go back to the Excel, you see that there are no minus again. So I've been able to eradicate all minus sign. And another thing, the price is 2. The price is 2 may not also be correct. So I could just do, for prices, 4 units. So I'll just do 4 times . Are you seeing it? A double check. Are you seeing it? There are some that are not even correspondent. 8 times 209 said 3,001. How can it be 3,001? Are you seeing it? It's not correspondent. It's not corresponding. So it's not possible for somebody to buy this and then produce this. It's not possible. Something is wrong somewhere. So if somebody is stealing, you can know from this place that hey, who is stealing my money? You know. So that is not the problem we want to find here. But if you want to find that problem, you can find that problem. How you do it? You click here, add another cell, and just do equals to this minus this. and then go to the rabbit cell, click rabbit sign. It will, so you see, so this is what people have been stealing from the company since. Or if you have your own business, this is what somebody has been stealing, then those people will now have questions to answer. Why have they been stealing that amount of money? How come? What is happening? Who stole what? They should come and give accounts. They should come and testify. You can now investigate into it. Take few items as sample, and then if they are actually stealing from the company. So for me, I'll just make sure I use an accurate figure, because I'll just control X and move this here, and then delete this data because I don't need it. I actually want an accurate figure. So that's that for that. And then the next thing I want us to look at is, now that we have known our data, there's something else we can do. We can check for the unique items. How many states do we actually have here? So to type it is equals to unique, and then you click here, and then it will show you the unique items that are here in this column. So once you click unique, what I did was I used shortcuts, so that's why I didn't have to scroll down. So what the shortcut I use is Control space bar, and then it just highlighted all the rows for me, everything in the row for me, and then enter. It will show me what is here. Are you seeing it? States, Enugu, Lagos. So I know that, okay, these are the states. So in situations where the states that are here are not the ones that are here, it's easy for me to eradicate them. So I'll just delete this, and everything will just go. So also the same thing, if I want to know how many cities do we have here, unique, just is a function unique, and then Oshodi, Control space bar like I did before, enter, and then it will show me all the cities that are here. So that is how to go about that. So there's one I want us to do today, and that is, tomorrow is a very serious topic, so I want us to do so much today so that we can be able to enter tomorrow's topic. So tomorrow's topic is about pivot tables. So, and that is the foundation for data visualization. When it comes to, it's a very nice thing to do when it comes to data visualization, converting them to well, I'm going to show you another way to do it before we use pivot table. So, but this is it. Let's say I want to say, okay, my states, the states that I have, how do I want to know them. I want to know how much they make for me. I can just say states and come here, then sales. I put state and sales. So I go to, first of all, let me come here and do unique. Okay, this is the state, Control N, and then it shows me everything, and then I copy and paste it here as a number. Like I said that earlier. I said when you copy something, when something that is done in formula, you copy and you paste as value, and so it pastes for me as value, so I can see them individually. Then what I can do, I can go there and delete that. The first one, I started it, and then everything, I have everything. Then the next thing I'll say is equals to. But before I look at that, I just want to summarize the next topic that we want to look at, and that is formulas and functions. Because if you get the basics on that formulas and function, we'll come back here and we'll complete this, and then that will be all for today. So the formulas and functions, that's the next one we are entering. Introduction to formulas. What is the basic knowledge you need to know in formulas? The basic knowledge is to create a formula, it must start with equals to. It must start with equals to. Yes. Okay. Someone said, can we have a data on WhatsApp so we can copy and paste on our Excel to practice? Yes, I will send the data on the WhatsApp. I will send the data on the WhatsApp. Get it? So you will see you can see you can do it on your own. Sheet 1 will be the one I have done. Sheet 2 will be your own. Will be the data in its raw state, and then you work on it. You get it? So the goal is to arrive at the same thing with me, what I arrived at. So mine is in sheet 1, yours is in sheet 2. So you do yours so that it can be exactly the same with mine. You get it? So that it can be exactly the same with mine. Okay, so for the introduction to formulas, let me just go there quickly. Like I said, all formulas and functions start with equals to. All formulas and functions start with equals to. So to write a plus b, you can't just write a plus b in Excel. If it's a formula, no, you have to write equals to a plus b, equals to 1 plus 2, equals to 3 plus 4. That's how it is. So you can't just write 1 plus 2. It will show to you as 1 plus 2. It won't give you anything. But if it's a formula, you have to write equals to 1 plus 2. So all formulas must start with equals to. Then another thing is we have order of operations in formulas in Excel. And the first one is parenthesis. Parenthesis is very important. If you are entering a function or a formula like a function, if you notice each function, like when I used proper, it used equals to, proper, open bracket, then I now selected the cells I want to work on, then close bracket. The open bracket and close bracket in Excel, it is called parenthesis. It is called parenthesis. That's what it is called. So in case you hear somebody say parenthesis, it means brackets. Exactly. So parenthesis is very, equals to and parenthesis are very common when it comes to Excel. When it comes to Excel, any function you want to use must have parenthesis. Always have parenthesis. All functions always have parenthesis. The next one, you may be used to equals to multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and exponent. Exponent is raised to power. When you say raised to power, 4 raised to power. So exponents, that's the sign. So you can find it on your keyboard. In mine, it is above 6. On my keyboard, it is above 6. So what I just do, if I want to use it, I'll press shift and I'll press 6, and then it will show me the exponent. So multiplication, if you want to multiply, division, you want to divide, addition, you want to add, subtraction, you want to subtract, and then subtraction. So that's the order of operation. So the next one I'll go to is function. get it. Function. What are the functions that we have in Excel? We have a lot of functions. Formulas are the ones you enter on your own, the plus, minus, addition, those are formulas. So, but the functions are very, very paramount. So the common functions that we have, like the proper entered was a function, upper function, the lower was a function. So they are called functions. Functions also starts with equals to. All functions starts with equals to. Then after the equals to, it will give you what the function that you want to use, then open parentheses, and then the cells you want to select, then you close parentheses by yourself. So common functions that we have is sum, average, minimum, max, returns, and count. And so that's what we have. So the sum, I will do the sum. So the average and the minimum and max, then count. You can count in Excel. So you get it. You can count in Excel. So that's how to do it. Apart from the common functions, there are combining functions. Combining functions is the one you are seeing by the other side. Nesting functions allow complex calculations. If you want to do complex calculations, you get it, we'll use combining functions. We'll have to do combining functions. So we can combine average and sum. We can combine if, sum, and a whole lot of others. So for complex calculations, people mostly use combining functions, not just common functions. So, but you need an understanding of common functions before you can understand how combining function works. So when you understand common function very well, it's easy to know how to combine functions in the first place, and to know how to use them, and then the third thing, know what they will bring out, know the results of the combining functions. So how can one hide a formula in Excel? To hide a formula in Excel, what you have to do is, though the formula is already hidden, immediately you enter the numbers on Excel, immediately you enter the numbers, you can't find the formulas anymore except you see it in the formula bar. So the formula will not be showing except you see it in the formula bar. And if you don't want somebody to know the formula, you can hide the entire sheet so nobody can edit. You can protect the sheet so that what the person will see is what you want the person to see. You get it? So Excel is that good. What you want the person to see is what the person will see. Me, usually when I'm sending documents, sending Excel files to people, I usually hide it. I usually protect my sheet so that somebody will not go and use the Excel against me, especially in the companies where, like where I used to work. I was an account officer, and then I have to send Excel file reports, accounts reports, and a whole lot of others. So I had to protect the sheet so that somebody will not use it and then come back to dent me and say I was the one that sent it to the person. You get it? And to avoid situations where your innocence can be used against you, and somebody can put you into trouble. It's just wise if you are sending to a superior, someone above, someone who is high up there, someone who is anybody, basically any other person from your organization or outside, protect your sheets so that the person can only see what you want them to see. Or another way that I can do it is I will just open another Excel sheet, another workbook, and control and paste everything that I have done in that workbook. So the person only see what I have done. The person doesn't only see the numbers and what I have done. I will not know the formula that I used. That is another thing that I can do to protect my worksheets. So that's what I have done in previous time to protect my worksheet, so that I don't run into trouble or someone don't put me into trouble. Okay, I think I have answered most of the questions that I'm seeing here. Okay, so I'll just continue and round up. I want you to see average, sum, we have covered everything in this course that I really want us to cover, and I think we need to dive straight right back into Excel. So share my screen again. Okay, so for the Lagos, I want to say all the things that have Lagos, that's what I want to show. Get it? I want everything that has Lagos to show. Everything. I want to know how much Lagos made. All the states, in fact, I want to know how much all the states made individually. So if I use sum, it will be, if I'm using sum, it will sum everything for me. Okay, let me give you an example. Equals to sum. Okay. I want you to sum everything from cell 2 to 10, 104, no, 1 million, because the cells are 1 million here. 1 million. 1 million, yeah. So the numbers of cells that I have is 1 million. So I want you to sum everything, the 1 million cells for me, to know how much did I make. So this is a good money. I wish I made this money. So this is 74 billion 543,280,505. So this is the amount that is contained here for if I sum everything in this total sales. So everything there is 74 billion. So what I want to do next is I want to know, I don't want to, I use sum and then it gave me everything here. Okay, I know what to do. I will use combining functions and I will use sum functions so that you see what I'm saying. Okay, this is the sales, the total sales. The total sales. Then the average. I want you to do exactly what I did. So I'll just highlight this place blue. So the average, what is the average? So I want to do average. Then I will do, so I'm selecting everything in the F. So what's the average? the average is 7 million. That's the average. If I count, how many sales did I make in the year? So let me put count here. Count. Equals to count so the sales that I made in the year is 9,000 if you counted everything. Are you saying it's 9,000? 9,703. Are you seeing it? So of course the heading is 1, so it's 9,702. Are you seeing it? So all the sales that I made in a year is 9,702. Okay, what if I say, okay, what is the maximum amount that I made in a year? So I'll put equals to max. Max is maximum. Okay, I will put it there. Equals to max. So you just come here, Ctrl N, you drag it so that it will not carry the total sales, and then you go. Whoa, you mean somebody bought 82 million? Wow, this is wonderful. No wonder I have nearly 74 billion. Wow. Are you getting it? So this is how it works. So the maximum amount. I would insert, so I can use this for minimum. I want to know what's the minimum I made in a year. So I'll also come here and write equals to minimum, min, equals to, I'll select the whole everything here, and so the minimum I made in a year is 87 naira. That's the amount I made in a year. Get it? That's the lowest I made, and the maximum amount that I sold in a year, that was sold in a year, is 82 million. So I want to use a combining function that is very important, and try this. I used minimum amount, maximum amount, count, average, and total sales. That's what I did here. So this one I want to use a very popular combining function. So I want to know the sales of everything that gave me this 74 million. Like, which state sold the more? Which person sold the okay, let me start with which sales sold the more. I need to know which sales sold the more. So to know the state that sold the more, so I'm going to do equals to sum ifs. I'm going to give a condition. Sum if. What is the range I want to sum? I want to sum this range. Are you seeing it? Watch me closely. I want to sum this range. Comma. What exactly am I looking for? sorry, the range I want to sum, the range I'm working with, the range I'm looking for. So it's state I'm looking for. So I'll just delete this. State, the range is the state. What am I looking for in that state? What exactly am I looking for? I'm looking for Lagos. Then what is the sum range that I'm looking for? I'm looking for total sales. So I'll just click either close parenthesis or click enter. So it means the money is so big. So I'll open the bracket the more. So only Lagos sold 16 billion. Wow. So Edo State sold 33 million. Wow. So it means for this product now, the state that is doing well is Edo State, followed by Lagos, followed by Enugu, followed by Abuja. Whoa. So why are the other states not doing well? So what can I do to improve them? Are you getting it? So what the states that are doing well, why are they doing well? You know, so these are the insights into these things, why it's important to know how to analyze data, you know, and how to interpret them. So what I used is sum if is a combining function. So we did minimum, max, count, average, and total sales, and we also cleared the data. So the next sheet is yours to work on. So I expect you to arrive exactly at what I've arrived in. You may decide not to use the color that I've used, this header color. You can use your own color, maybe blue, red. Don't use red, because I don't know, whichever one you want to use. You can use red, you can use orange, any color you want to use, that will be fine. So the assignment for today is that you do replicate. Yes, you can. Okay, someone asks, can one practice this with Google Sheets? Yes, you can practice with Google Sheets. Google Sheets is also a very useful tool to protect your to work with. Google Sheets is a very useful tool to work with, and the difference is that Google Sheets may not have all the formulas that Excel have, or they have a little tweak to how their formulas are. Okay, so another person says, yes, I will give you the data to use for practice. How do you protect these sheets, ma? Okay, that will be another one we'll treat for another day. Okay, for now we'll come to the end of this course. So if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. So God bless you and have a wonderful night. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe to this channel, and then that is it. Bye for now.